how many ATP molecules are produced from single molecule of glucose during cellular respiration, whether it is 36, 38, 32 or it is 30. Let's review different sources to find the exact answer and the reasons behind their variation. Here is a schematic given in the Campbell Biology 12th edition. They claim that two NADH molecules move from cytosol into the mitochondria, and we know that inner membrane of mitochondria is not permeable to NADH. So NADH have to pass its electrons or hydrogen ion to another shuttle or a carrier, and where some energy is utilized. So direct glycolysis produces 2 ATPs and direct Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle produces 2 ATPs. These 4 ATPs are agreed upon by all the available sources or scientists of biology and biochemistry. So if one NADH of glycolysis produces 2.5 ATPs, then a total of 5 ATPs are produced because 2 NADH molecules are generated from glycolysis. Similarly, if one NADH molecule from electron transport chain produces 2.5 ATPs and there are total 8 molecules, so the total number of ATPs will be 20 molecules of ATP. Similarly, one FADH from electron transport chain, if also it produces 1.5 ATPs, then total number of FADH are 2, so the total ATP produced will be 3, and by adding all these numbers we get 32 ATPs. So that is the basic claim of Campbell Biology 12th edition, 32. Here is another source, Raven-Johnson Biology 11th edition. They suggest that there are 4 ATP molecules, 2 from glycolysis directly and 2 from citric acid cycle. And similarly, they also claim that one NADH molecule can produce 2.5 ATPs, so 5 ATPs from glycolysis and 20 ATPs from electron transport chain, that is 8 NADH molecules are present. So same is FADH, and the total becomes 32 in the Raven-Johnson Biology also. Here is another source, Biochemistry by Leininger, 11th edition. They also suggest that total number of molecules of ATP produced are 32, and they have given all the details of all the steps as well, where energy is utilized and where net ATP is produced. So in the fourth row, if you see that they have given 3 or 5. So 3 or 5, these are the variations which are present in prokaryotes and eukaryotes and in different cells of the body like brain cells, heart cells or liver cells. There are different numbers of ATPs produced, depends upon their nature and their requirement. So 32 ATPs are also final in the Leininger Biochemistry 11th edition. The confusion starts actually here. This is as a pick of a 9th grade biology book. They suggest that a total of 36 ATPs are produced from cellular respiration, and they have used actually some old sources of ATPs and some old books in which NADH molecule will produce 2 ATPs or NADH from electron transport chain will produce 3 ATPs. So by adding all the ATPs we get the 36 answer, but that I think it is an old version, and now the agreed upon number of ATP production during cellular respiration from single glucose molecule is actually 32. But here is another exception, that is the 32 molecules of some prokaryotes or simple unicellular organisms. They produce 32, but in aerobic eukaryotes there is also another variation, that direct glycolysis produces 2, direct citric acid produces 2, NADH 1.53, NADH ET 28 molecules, FADH 1.5 ATP, and total number of ATPs produced are 30 in aerobic eukaryotes as suggested by Raven-Johnson Biology. So what is the difference here? The difference lies in the NADH of glycolysis. because that NADH has to move from cytosol into mitochondria, and NADH is not permeable in the inner membrane of mitochondria. That's why that NADH has to pass on or has to use some kind of shuttle or carrier to pass on the hydrogen ions or electrons into the mitochondria. So some kind of energy is used. That's why the net production of ATP is less in the NADH of glycolysis than electron transport chain. Hope you have found the answer. So my analysis is that total number of ATPs in general are 32. In eukaryotes it is 30 and not 36 or 38. Thanks for watching.